It's an amazing place, this capital of Sierra Leone. About 70,000 people live here, Africans, Asiatics, and a sprinkling of Europeans. And all kinds of languages are heard in the streets. Africans rescued from slave ships were settled here more than 150 years ago. And the word free and the idea of freedom are cherished.
Everybody flocked to Sierra Leone, a country that was doing very well in the early 60s.
At the root of the crisis really is exploitation of Sierra Leone's vast resources, but especially the diamond resources. Issues of control over diamond ended up being the most central issue of the war.
I was there the year the war began. You consider me as being middle class in Sierra Leone, you know? So it's not just like people who don't have means or something that was slaughtered us. No, everybody.
He took the axe and turned it on my hand. The gentleman would damage me, kill me. He said, no. My teeth with an hammer was taken away. You see that?
It was a very big shock for us to see people with their hands hanging on the skins, children with their arms amputated, unimaginable injuries that were inflicted by Sierra Leoneans on their fellow Sierra Leoneans.
You are my God, we praise you. The war in Sierra Leone essentially used children as a weapon of war. It is the innocence that's often lost in war.
Post-war Reconstruction required taking the guns out of the hands of the rebels.
Steps towards justice to make sure that there is not a climate of impunity from those who were the key architects of the war. You have also had UN-backed Sierra Leonean war crimes tribunals that are holding people accountable. We have to also think about the corporations involved in mining and in the diamond trade. To what extent are people willing to scrutinize, recognizing that their purchases could actually be inflaming tensions?
The industry tried to do certification schemes. People are shopping for diamonds, ask whether those diamonds are from conflict-free zones.
This go around, we hope that anybody who is caught is brought to book, and an example is set. Change can begin from that point.
After the war, we had 2 back-to-back democratic elections. They were very peaceful. People went about, voted.
Because these elections are elections that are very, very critical to the country.
Sierra Leoneans love to party, and obviously you can't have a party without music. Like it's one of the outlets. When I grew up in Sierra Leone, we were involved in the music industry by dancing. That's how we made our money. If you didn't want to get involved in drugs, that was one positive outlet. Music has brought a lot of funds, a lot of money to some of these young people. And it's a way of them expressing some of the political situations in the country.
Through music, people are able to express their vision of the world, their vision for Sierra Leone. Where culture workers end up holding up a beacon of light, and I think in Sierra Leone they're vibrant.
It's not a picture which is only about crying babies and people dying. It's also a picture of hope. It's a picture of success. International commentators need to be fair to the continent.
The Western media has been mostly reporting on crisis, conflict, and coups in not just Sierra Leone, but in many African countries. You know, there's also progress. There are bright spots.
The people of Sierra Leone have come to the realization that the future is in their hands. That gives me hope for Sierra Leone.
Engaging in efforts at debt cancellation are pivotal right now. Stop the flow of funds out of the African continent and actually allow those funds to go towards the needs of the people, whether they're in Sierra Leone or Rwanda or elsewhere on the continent.
My hope is that more and more Sierra Leoneans will start investing financially in the country.
Providing a school, for Sierra Leone, health centers and clinics. We can't do it all by ourselves.
What is needed is international solidarity to recognize the role as citizens of our global village that we can play. I think it is that type of understanding of our connectedness as people that I think can actually bring about a different world and a better world.